Hi there, Sean Polston with TucsonShortSaleNegotiator.com in Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. Wanted to talk to you today about the question that often comes up, and it's really an interesting question to answer for me. The answer, unfortunately, is very vague, and if somebody gives you an answer that's other than vague, you probably want to kind of ask that person where they're getting their information from, and that's what impact is the short sale going to have on my credit. And it's really a loaded question because the way credit scores are calculated is actually a closely guarded secret. Some of the information is out there, as you know, payment history is about 30% of it, thereabouts. Debt to high limit on your available credit makes up another 30% of it. So there's a lot of variables that go into what the impact's going to be on your credit score. One of the things I can tell you that I've heard back from my clients, so the clients that we've done short sales for where they've been current on payments, they've had a situation where we can get a short sale done and they don't have to go behind on payments, that it actually goes to their credit report as a settled account, meaning them and their lender worked out an agreement, and it's actually had very minimal impact. And what those people have reported back is maybe it's affected their credit score by 50 points, but they're paying all of their other credit. And what I've also heard from them down the road is that their credit score is recovered very quickly. I've also had situations where I've had borrowers who they have gone late or stopped paying their mortgage, and the impact of the credit report in some cases hasn't been very much. In some cases it's been a lot. And one of the big things there is it really becomes a question of how much credit do you have? Do you have 10 credit accounts that are reporting to your credit bureau and this is the only one, this is the one and only account that's not being paid on time? Obviously, if you have 10 accounts and you have one that's not being paid on time, the impact isn't going to be as much as someone who has, say, 2 accounts, this mortgage and say 1 credit card, and this mortgage stops getting paid. Well, then in that case, rather than it being 1 in 10, when it's 1 in 2, that's 50% of your accounts that report to your credit bureau that are delinquent. So it has a larger impact, or what I've heard back, the feedback I've heard back is it's had a larger impact for those folks. But again, once the short sale's been completed, their credit scores have started to recover. Where the biggest myth that I hear out there is that a short sale is going to have an enormous impact on your credit. And in most cases, where that comes from is, unfortunately, you have a borrower that's got serious financial problems, and actually it's not just the mortgage that's not being paid on the home. They have 2 mortgages on the home that are not being paid. They also have several credit accounts that are not being paid. So really, they're not paying any of their credit. And when that is the case, the credit score is going to have an enormous impact. But the thing that, you know, where that myth comes is that it gets perpetuated. They blame the short sale for that enormous drop in their credit, and it's really, the short sale is a piece of that, or that mortgage account that's not being paid is a piece of that. But really what it is it's that all of their credit's not being paid is why it's had an enormous impact on their credit. So again, just to sum it up, the way credit scores are calculated is a very closely guarded secret. That's how those industries make their money. So you could actually talk to a credit counseling agency and they might be able to shed a little bit more light on it. But again, like how FICO scores are calculated is a very closely guarded secret. But the biggest thing is the myth out there that the short sale itself has this enormous impact on the credit. What I've had reported back from the clients is it doesn't have a very large impact at all in most cases. So I hope you're having a great day. If you have any questions, please feel free to pick up the phone and give us a call or fill out our short sale request form, and we'll be in touch soon. Thanks.